Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is HaZeeq, and today we're going to be taking a look at Multivac. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is strictly my opinion on the market. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, I would encourage you to check that out before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of your video. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the charts. We are on the daily chart. This is TradingView. We have our 20 EMA set up, the yellow line, and the 55 EMA. Also, we have this Fibonacci set up from the swing high over here, September 5th, to the swing low over here, October 8th. Now, that gives us the 1.618 target over here at 0.35 cents, basically. So actually, 0.36 cents over here. So this is our target after we break this swing high. And as you can see over here, we managed to break the swing high, but we got rejected from the 1.272, and now we're coming back down. So this is going to be our major resistance level from now on, because that got us rejected in the first place when we got there. So we have to keep an eye on this level. Potentially, when we start coming up, we may get rejected from that zone once again. Okay, so if you're looking for a quick trade, let's say, then you could look for that zone to be your sell order if you're looking to, flip some coins quickly. So 57% trade is not that bad for a quick flip, to be honest with you. So you can look for this previous all-time high to hold as resistance potentially. Now we have the EMAs coming closer and closer and closer, and we're getting rejected from the 20 EMA constantly, and we're getting pushed back down to the 0.5 over here, which was a nice support level, and the previous swing high of the large fib over here. So we do have another large fib over here set up. As you can see, that small one is just a small little fib, but overall we are right now above. Actually, we're sitting on this previous swing high over here and this previous all-time high that we had in April, and we're looking at almost like 20 cents, right? We're looking almost 20 cents for Multivac by this bull market. So we'll see if that happens, but they do have a mainnet this month. Actually, I haven't looked at the news recently, so they may have potentially launched it already. I do apologize. I'm pretty busy actually for the last couple of days, so not really able to look at any news and research things properly, but I will do it after this video. Actually, I am kind of curious. And if you know anything about that, do let me know down below in the comments, please. Now, we do have the 0.618 over here, the golden ratio of this Fibonacci retracement, the small one that is. So 0.0198 is the level that we're getting rejected from. We're sitting on the 0.5 at the minute. So we're kind of bouncing in between these levels, and we're having wicks to the 0.382. Now, this level was there in the last video. I'm not sure if I pointed out the 0.382 as a nice support level, but I'm pointing it out right now. So 0.01727 is a nice support level that you want to hold, and you potentially may just wick off from that zone, right? So just keep that in mind. And usually what I see, well, not actually usually, but it does happen quite often, is that when we are below the EMAs over here, you see the EMAs coming close together, and you're thinking, oh no, we're getting a bearish cross. It's all going down. And what happens is you have a strong candle to the upside. You break the EMAs, and the 20 EMA just slings off of the 55 EMA, and we never get the bearish cross. Instead, we get an EMA squeeze. So this right here, this is called an EMA squeeze, and we're waiting for that move to the upside. We're waiting for the bounce off the 20 EMA off of the 55 EMA. We're waiting for that bounce. That will complete the squeeze, and the price will skyrocket, basically. That's what we're hoping, at least for the end of the year. Now, if we jump into the daily RSI over here, you do have this green trend line that we've been holding as support for multiple months. Then we lost it, and now you can see that we're sort of hitting it as resistance. So we're not exactly, getting rejected from the green trend line, because it can't always be perfect. But you're getting rejected from that area. You can kind of see, right? You're getting rejected almost from that green trend line. So I would look at this trend line as a major resistance level. Copy this into your daily RSI. This is pretty important in my opinion. Now, pay attention to this white trend line, this white horizontal over here. Look what happens after you break through it. You see this appreciation in price, right? But you've been rejected from this horizontal resistance for quite a while. Now move here and see that we have a very, very different scenario over here. As you can see, we have a very, not different actually, a very similar scenario. So we have been bouncing off this rejection of these, this rejection point over here multiple times. So this resistance is a key resistance level that we want to break. Okay, so we were actually sort of at a crossroads over here with the green trend line and the white trend line, and that acted as a very strong level. We got rejected from there. So what you're potentially looking at is a breakout through this RSI, then a back test of support, right? You may even get rejected from the green trend line in doing so. What also can happen with any potential major news is we move all the way up here, break through the green trend line, then back test as support. Now notice I do have a resistance trend line over here. This is from this swing high that we had on the RSI. So we can even break up, get rejected from there, and come back to the green trend line, hopefully. So the key thing here is getting above the green trend line and holding it as support. We can even come back to the trend line and start making this kind of ascending triangle over here and then break out from there as well. So yeah, that is for the daily RSI. Just have a look at that and draw out these trend lines because they're very important to help you understand where the price, when the price is actually going to start, having some nice moves to the upside. Now let's jump into KuCoin. Now, bringing your attention to the weekly chart over here, I do want to say that we're actually very bullish on the weekly chart. So if you zoom into the 4-hourly, to the 12-hourly, maybe to the daily, you get more of a bearish picture over here, right? But in retrospect, on the macro aspect, you are very bullish right now because you've come up in this strong wave over here ever since July. You've appreciated nicely, almost 1,000%, and now you're back testing the 20 EMA as support. How bullish is that? I always talk about the 20 EMA on the channel. You want to hold it as support in order to keep an uptrend, in order to stay in an uptrend. And that's exactly what you've been doing over here. So I can't say that we're bearish on Multivac, okay? I just can't. You're not bearish. You're bullish. You're in an uptrend. You're making higher lows. You're making higher highs. It's all looking very good. Now, let's jump into the RSI over here. We were overbought on the weekly actually twice over here. And I think that we had some sort of a bearish divergence, yeah, over here on the weekly. I think I even talked about this in one of the previous videos before. But you can see that right now we're pulling back down, which is great. And we're pulling back down to a potential level of support. And now I don't know where that level is going to be, but I do want to bring your attention to this level over here on the RSI, on the weekly RSI, because we've been rejected from that level twice before, one time, second time. Now we broke through this level over here, and now what we're looking for is a potential back test of support. So look at 55.2 or around about 56 on the RSI index for a bounce on the weekly chart. Okay, that is going to be important. Now the stochastic over here is pretty much in the oversold on the weekly RSI, which is a very bullish signal in my opinion. When the stochastic is down here, you can see the only way from here is to the upside, right? Obviously, you can get a midway trend reversal, for example, like here, or for example, like we got over here. But regardless of the fact, we're getting to the upside from here, right? Because once you get here, you can't go any lower there, right? You can't go into the negative. So this is a very nice, place to start dollar cost averaging into Multivac, in my opinion. So all in all, we're looking very, very bullish. I may just potentially throw a little fib over here to see what we can potentially do right now. So swing low to swing high, doing very nice things right now. We're getting rejected from the golden ratio, obviously, over here. So we need to see ourselves break 0.0232. Now, once you break that and hold it as support, you're good for taking out the previous all-time high. And after that, we're looking at 0.38. Okay, so yeah, this is just a little mini fib with mini targets on the weekly chart just to see what we're doing. But that has been pretty much it, guys, for Multivac. I'm very bullish on it. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts. Make sure to follow me on Twitter because I do post quick technical analysis in there for projects that we're following throughout the week, because I do videos on a weekly basis for all the projects, but on Twitter I do kind of have, you know, more daily updates on those projects. And feel free to join our Telegram chat and our Discord server, and we also do have a Patreon. It's a great way to support me, guys, but a great way to get more extra content for yourself and more content that will potentially make you a lot of money, because we had 6 low cap gem calls in November on the Patreon, and you know, a lot of them, pretty much all of them, did very nicely and had some nice gains. So yeah, it's a great way to, you know, to be more involved in this channel. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.